Hey guys, Avatar here, welcome back. Gonna do another first look for you. It's been a while since we've done a first look, but it's time to jump back on the bandwagon, and what better game to do it than Radiant Defense. This is actually a tower defense game from Hexage Games. If it sounds or looks familiar, it's because it probably is. It is from, I should say it is a mobile crossover game from mobile platforms. So let's take a quick look at the option menu. Not much going on here, as you can imagine, just music and sounds. Again, this is $4.99 on Steam currently. And honestly, I think you guys should pick this up, and we'll do a little demonstration here in a second. But this game is just a basic tower defense game. Doesn't do anything new, doesn't really do anything exciting, but the entire package, the complete package, is pretty sweet, and it's extremely fun, and we'll show you why here in a second. I actually played this game quite a bit on my phone, but here we have, I think there's about 14 missions. It's 14 we have, so it is kind of packed. Now, you can blow through this game pretty quickly if you're really good, but there are some little differences about this game that kind of allow you to, let's go ahead and start this from scratch. It allows you to kind of customize your experience, which is pretty sweet. So you have basically a few different things you can build, right? So you got your stereotypical tower defense game. Obviously, they're going to spawn from here. They're going to go to this little light thing. We got to keep them from doing that. Well, each map, if you will let you actually construct it kind of the way you want. So if you see up here, we have 16 modules. We can go ahead and use those modules any way we please, I suppose. So what we can do is here we can go ahead and block off these paths to kind of make them go the way we want them to go. So let's say we want to make them go this way, go that way. Oops. Let's see, we'll have them. So we could obviously make a nice little ring around the rosy path here for them. There we go. Let's go like that. Cool. So now they obviously have more time to travel. Okay. So besides being able to build those modules, kind of however you want, you all have a little bit of other upgrades as well. So you have a couple different trees. You have a weapon tree, a technology tree, and a construction tree. A couple little abilities here. Obviously, here's a mine. Gives you info if you want it. Everything is very kind of well thought out and well displayed. It can be a little awkward because this is pretty much all mouse driven, as you can imagine, because it's a crossover game, but I'm not going to hold that against them. Then you have power blades. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, those are more like kind of like things that you would place and they kind of disappear or get destroyed after they kind of meet their match, so to speak. So here you have some starting weapons, right? You have your typical Belaya gun turret, you have a Star Crusher cannon, you have a Solaris Destructor laser, and you have some things that need to be researched, and of course we're researching them from our technology. Our research unit costs 200 and basically just gives you the ability to buy those other weapons. So it's pretty straightforward. Nothing is really too extreme or, you know, unique. But what's really cool about this game is the ability that it allows you to kind of customize the entire map to how you want and kind of play it to how you want. There's really no one size fits all or one cure all, one epic strategy that just destroys anything. So it is very customizable. Some units will actually have shields on them, and as you can notice, some of these items will actually have better damage versus shields. So it's extremely effective against anti-kinetic force shields. Okay, cool. Whereas if I wanted to build, this is a little gas thing, if I want to build this Biocid dispenser, it's ineffective against force shields. So it kind of throws a nook in there as well. So let's go ahead and start placing some stuff down, shall we? Usually the most simple is always the best. Let's go put it right there. So these are basically your stereotypical, like, just machine gun turrets, I guess you will. Got the little skull icon, and here they come. Pretty straightforward. Now this game does have more of a almost hard element because your weapons actually have accuracy. So as you can see, these minions or these aliens are bouncing around, and your guns can actually miss them. It actually plays a big role. I mean, if you have your laser, it's actually very effective, but actually you can have multiple ones on the same, or they actually kind of interfere with each other. At the same time, let's say I wanted to build a rocket launcher, or I should say this Star Crusher cannon. It's very inaccurate and has very slow rate of fire. So you know, for instance, I'd probably put it right around here, so as they come this corridor, they get destroyed. Which is actually what I'll end up doing. Alright. Let's go ahead and place this bad boy there. So what else can we build? Well, in the technology tree, there's a lot of little things like, for instance, the recuperator. So it provides environment-friendly green income from renewable resources. So basically, you get extra money for killing. I mean, these are basic kind of tower defense types of things. You have a terrified, kind of like a fear type unit. Then you have big activate units that you can kind of just end up blowing. But those are obviously extremely expensive. More for the min-maxers and the people who like to really hit those last endgame stuff with a really hard hit. So these turrets we're going to go ahead and upgrade. Let's upgrade 2 of them. I can count. I can't upgrade 2 of them almost. Alright, let's fast forward this big stuff here. Yeah, these balloons pop. A cool thing about this game is it's not, even though it's a pretty straightforward tower defense game, it's not very easy. It's not out of the box, oh, let me just destroy everything and kill everything in my path. It is actually a pretty strategic game that you really have to make sure you're using the right things, and you can't really, you have to be very efficient with what you're doing. I guess is kind of the best way to say it. Alright, let's see what else we can play here. Yes. So you have a lot of those little RP things I'm just rushing through because I don't want you, I mean, there's only 14 missions, so I don't want you guys to really get spoiled. Not the really story to spoil, but I mean, it's kind of fun little quirky things that if you purchase it yourself, you kind of want to experience. So what we can do is we can save for technology, or we can just go ahead and put a laser down. Let's go ahead and put a laser down, shall we? These lasers are pretty sweet. Let's put a laser right there. I always like to get this bright mark searchlight. Basically, it kind of puts a debuff on the enemy, and your guys kind of do a lot more damage. So we'll go ahead and put that down. We'll save for that next. Yeah, you can see how slow this thing fires. Just missed everything completely there. Come on. There's a laser going. Alright, so let's put that bright light searchlight down. Oop, put that back. Alright, so this has extremely long area of effect, so that covers about the whole map. That covers literally the whole map, so I'll put that right there. And let's do some good stuff here. Alright, so this game's currently on Steam for $4.99, so should you buy it? I think so. I mean, for the price, you're gonna, I mean, you're not gonna get, like, you know, 40 hours necessarily out of this game, but it's definitely gonna be a fun experience as you have it. And I think what really kind of sets it apart from other tower defense games is the polish it has on it, and on top of that, the aesthetic is obviously extremely appealing. I mean, it at least is to me. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people would find this aesthetic pretty pleasing. And on top of that, the soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. So let me go ahead and actually let you listen to some of that music right here as these spawn in here. Okay, and as you go through different levels and everything, you'll hear different music and different things like that, and it's almost, it reminds me kind of Risk of Rain, honestly. It's just very, very therapeutic almost, and I think it's part of that whole package that ties everything together. It lets you really kind of experience the game and want to keep playing the game, honestly. Let's see how far I can get with this little bunchkin of units here. Got pretty much nothing to hit that force field besides my laser. Well, this game is, again, very efficiency is key, as well as upgrading units. You don't want to kind of waste money or resources on kind of just building a bunch of units. You want to be a little bit more strategic on what you build and where you place them. So I just spent a lot of money on this technology, so hopefully I can still hold them back without anything crazy happening, which isn't looking good. And that's what happens when you don't have a lot of AoE, ladies and gentlemen. That is what happens. When you're commentating, and not paying attention. I believe that's it for this video. Ugh, yes, I'm bad. You need to pay a little bit more attention to that, I suppose. Oh yes, the Omega Cannon. So it gives you this little tips and tricks there. They're a kind of cute thing to point out. is, well, I don't know, let's see, we will quit out of there. We have these little guys that'll dance if you attack them. I mean, they dance anyways, but as your score gets higher, the more aliens. So obviously you can imagine if you play this game a lot, you'll have a lot of aliens on your screen. Hey guys, Radiant Defense, it's a great game. Check it out. Tower Defense, one of the best in my opinion. One of the best in a lot of people's opinions, honestly. So go ahead, check it out. It's on Steam now. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty, and I'll see you next time.